I'm going to show you how to successfully flash from DOS in your Taichi. Um, I usually flash with one stick installed, just the USB plugged in, SATA removed. At this point, you've already got your BIOS file, which is a DOS version BIOS file, on your USB stick, and you've already got a bootable USB stick. I've already got defaults loaded, so fire this thing up. Now, if you don't know the name of your file, you just type BIR, and as you can see, my file is right here, x370 tc tilde1.exe. And then you just sit back and wait. So right now what I'm doing is I'm putting BIOS 2.30 on here. Alright, now that does not mean you're flashed. That just means it's checking the file. You don't do anything, you don't touch the computer, you just hit the enter key and that's it. You leave it alone and you let it flash. I would also recommend, at least in my area where I live, not doing this on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday when people are drunk, and not doing it on a holiday. And if you hear sirens in the background for a long time, it's probably a car chase. Probably not a good time to freaking flash either. Don't need someone hitting a pole while you're trying to flash your BIOS. Now the reason why it takes so much longer in DOS is because it's actually writing over the entire BIOS. I was having problems flashing forward and backward on the Taichi. An example is 1.94a BIOS. I flashed up to 2.0, it sucked. I flashed back to 1.94, which only had half multis, and all of a sudden 1.94 had quarter multis, but they weren't working, which tells me right then and there that it did not write over the JISA code and it was not a clean flash. However, when I go and flash from DOS, the quarter multis were no longer there. So flashing from DOS is a clean flash, and for whatever reason, sometimes with some BIOSes, especially when you're going forward and back a lot, are not overwriting certain parts of the JISA. So this is why I flash from DOS. And it can probably create interesting bugs like the 15.5x bug. So I was actually on 3.0 BIOS. I'm back flashing all the way to 2.30, which is pretty far back. It's a pretty big jump. Now it's okay to touch a button. So now at this point you can hit OK, and the system will power off, and then it'll boot up. And Asrock suggests that after you finally get in, to load optimize defaults. So at this point, I would check my BIOS version, which is 2.30. It flashed. Load UEFI defaults, save changes and exit. Now at this point I'll plug in my SATA so I can boot the Windows. And then I'm going to go to my USB stick. I'm going to delete DOS ROM, which is a backup of my old BIOS, and I'm going to delete x370 TC230. Delete those two items. Go find my downloads. And I just downloaded the 3.0 ROM in DOS about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. So now that's on there. Just gonna check something real quick. All right, now I'm gonna shut down. Unplug my SATA again. Power back up. Load UEFI defaults, save changes. DIR. So x370 TC1 once again. Press any key to continue, you continue. Once again, you don't hit anything at this point. You leave it alone, you don't touch it. And you pray that a drunk driver has not hit a telephone pole nearby. And as you can see, it finished again, hit OK, power's off. And it is booting once again, no code 46. And as we can see, I am on BIOS version 3.0. I will load UEFI defaults like they tell me to, with save changes and exit. And then I'm just going to hit the power switch on the PSU because I don't need to be here now. And I'm going to swap some stuff and I'm going to show you how the BIOS operates. Now me personally, I like to take it a step further and I just like to hit the clear CMOS button or put the jumper on. So I'll put the jumper on. I'm going to set this thing up with my overclocking setup real quick. And I'm going to do a full-blown balls to the walls overclock, no baby stepping from BIOS, just to show it in practice. So pull the clear CMOS back off, all set, memory's loaded up, fire this bad boy up. Now I like to load UEFI defaults every time I freaking clear CMOS first. And then, I'm sorry about this, but I am going to rip through the BIOS really quick because it's just how I do things. I am all set. I just want to RGB off. And there you have it. That is straight up from a cold boot. I need to plug in my Ethernet. Sorry. Straight up from a cold boot, 4,000, 3,400 RAM, 4,000 megahertz, no bugs, no baby stepping. And these are my prime stable settings. So there you have it. It's as simple as that. You just need to be patient. You need to let it rip through the flash, and you need to take precautions. Like I always use one stick because the IMC could be unstable and you're not aware of it. Easiest way to stabilize the IMC is put it in single channel. So that's what I do. That's how I do it. As you've seen, I flashed all the way from 2.30 to 3.0, no 46, no Bork BIOS, no brick board. So there you have it. That's how you do the flashing. Hope it was helpful.